Alrighty, everybody, we're working on a car, not mine, customer car, of a gentleman that lets me use his storage unit. My payment is I fix his cars for at-cost parts and no labor. So, we're working on that. I don't know if anybody can tell what it is based on that. But some sort of Ford V8. And here it is. It's a 1987 Mercury Grand Marquis, 5-liter. Not really much to say about it. It's his winter car. It's been all undercoated. He's got knoppy tires on the back. It's in beautiful shape. Everything works. That was 89,000 miles on it now. He got it with Wes. We were doing some electrical diagnosis, looking for a battery draw. He doesn't have one. It's at 0.0. It's at 7 milliamps. It's a 7.5 milliamp battery draw with nothing turned on. So I mean that's well within acceptable range. But the battery is way undersized for the car. Like, it's not even close to the right size. So it is a brand new battery, but I'm gonna recommend he get a new one on top of this from the garage I am helping my friend start, which is actually now officially open and getting business, so that's fantastic. The garage we started together. I like to say he's the sole owner, but we are business partners. Technically, he's the sole owner at this point. It's a unique situation, but one that I am fortunate to be a part of. So, get a new battery. We're doing valve cover gaskets because they leak. I'm going to be doing all the power steering lines because those leak. I'm putting a fuel pump in it because the fuel pump is very loud and it's having some idle issues. So we're going to clean the idle air control valve, and we are going to replace the fuel pump because the fuel pump is loud. It might not be getting adequate fuel pressure to the rail, or to the regulator, I should say. And that could be there's sediment in the tank that's plugging up the filter, or the pump is just starting to fail mechanically, getting worn out. This is an 87, so it's over 30 years old. To have a fuel pump like that in this tank last that long is sort of an unreasonable expectation, in my opinion, from how often I see them fail. So we'll be replacing a fuel pump, valve cover gaskets, power steering lines. We're gonna take the wheels off, inspect the brakes, test the freezing point on the coolant, see if we need to flush that out, check the boiling point on the brakes, see if we have to flush that out, give it an oil change. He was having some transmission issues too, and I know he didn't drive it a lot with the transmission issues, but I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how much. The bushing, as always, breaks. The bushing on the throttle valve cable, which everybody calls a kick-down cable. It's not a kick-down cable. It's a throttle valve cable that controls hydraulic pressure inside the transmission. Those fail, and then so you'll be in overdrive. That fails. Your car won't go into overdrive, and then you roach out the overdrive band, as well as starting to roach out the other clutches and bands in your transmission. Whether it's an AOD or whether it's an old school like this, runs a not this specific, but the Rotomatic that they put in this car, not because of the Buick dual path doesn't have this anymore, but the Rotomatics have a throttle valve rod, all your 204R, 700R4s, AODs, throttle valve cables, and everybody knows, everybody who's worked on them knows that controls your transmission pressure. So for some reason that's not calibrated correctly, or it fails, the cable fails, and you drive around with it, you need your transmission rebuilt. So I put a new bushing in it from my stock of bushings. It's the updated plastic style, not that little cheesy black 4-clip one that Ford puts in, but it's that style. But hopefully the transmission doesn't need to be gone through, because it's an AOD. It's easy enough. It's just another job that I wouldn't really want to do, because transmissions are oily. A lot of oil, a lot of detergents. But AODs are easy, so that's a benefit. Yeah, that's about it. The most satisfying door lock sounds, and also the door sound, is just like, that is fantastic. And when the doors aren't worn out, like the driver's door, I made a mistake. You never test the driver's door for the door sound, because it's always worn out by the time you get on a car this age. But listen to that. Quiet open. Ah. It's got the soft cloth top on it, which is fantastic. The door pillars light up. Oh, they do. Most satisfying door lock sounds. The keyhole lights up, as you can see. These do light up. I'm not sure why it's not lighting up currently, but it does. It was just a little while ago. So there you go. It's on the switch, not on the door. But yeah, luxury. And also the most satisfying door lock sounds I think I've ever heard. Oh, they're already unlocked, sorry. Where'd it go? Oh, just fantastic. And then the back doors. It's fantastic. Antenna goes up and down. Radio works. Original radio too. I know a lot of big sorts of battery drain in these when the radio fails, and then your memory starts draining. Like your presets start draining a ton of amps, and like your battery will be dead in a week. But yeah, this does not have that. I think battery's just undersized, so when the amps get just a little too low, it doesn't even have enough to crank it over. Could be poor battery cables and stuff like that, but I think the car just doesn't get driven enough in the warmer months, and the battery's undersized, and both of those definitely contribute to thinking that you have a amp draw or something. But yeah, that's the car. We'll eventually get a video of it going down the road so you can see how quiet this thing is. But that's after we have everything that we're going to fix and service on it, fixed and serviced. So that's it.